Zygomycota can be found anywhere and everywhere in the world. They are generally recognized as territorial organisms, which are organisms that exist primarily on land. However, it is also shown that they can also be found in aquatic environments. These fungi usually thrive in places with a lot of plants, fertilizers, and farmland. They are known to be an extremely useful part of the carbon cycle, as they function as decomposers that break down soil, fertilizers, and other forms of plant matter. Zygomycota positively affects our environment in terms of our carbon cycle. They can be extremely harmful towards other organisms, such as animals, plants, and amebas that are recognized to be pathogens by scientists. Zygomycota are able to both asexually and sexually reproduce, as all kingdom fungi can. Both forms of sexual and asexual reproduction incorporate their own distinctive reproductive structures. During asexual reproduction, Zygomycota uses sporangia, which consists of several sporangiospores, to reproduce. While in sexual reproduction in the Zygomycota, they are a bit more complex since it consists of two main mating types, the positive and negative strains. When these two opposite strains meet together, it stimulates the development of structures called progamtangia. These structures are broken down to create known as the gamtangia, which instigates plasogamy to occur and consequently form a zygote. The process of charogamy then takes place, which eventually leads to the formation of a zygospore. Once this germination occurs, the nucleus undergoes meiosis and the process repeats itself.
How do they get their food? Since Zygomycota is a fungus, it is heterotrophic and grows inside its food. It absorbs the nutrients and dissolves the substrates using extracellular enzymes. The hyphae of the mycelium of Zygomycota absorbs and takes in its nutrients from the organisms. Zygomycota generally get their food from the remains of decaying plants and animals. Depending on the species of Zygomycota, they can form a symbiotic relationship as well as be parasitic. What are some common examples? A common zygomycotic fungi is bread mold. Given that Zygomycotic is a fast-growing fungi, bread molds form so quickly even when it isn't being eaten or touched for a while. Zygomycotic fungi species also grow on strawberries when they go bad. Sometimes Zygomycotic is harmful when the person has a pre-existing health condition and it could potentially cause an infection. This is true of most of the other organisms who could potentially absorb Zygomycotic pathogens.
Fun facts. The Zygomycotic is approximately 1% of all true fungi. This phylum has over 900 species worldwide, and it lives in the soil or decaying vegetation. Mycorrhizaceae is a rare fungal infection that is caused by mold or the exposure of a fungi in the phylum Zygomycotic. If it's not treated, this infection can affect a fetus in a pregnant woman. This bacteria can also harm insects, resulting in the insect's death. Albert Francis Bigley is a scientist that had discovered the Zygomycotic in 1954.